If I can be a boss, you can be a boss. Subscribe to the YouTube. Yo, I'm the Boss Vlogger, you're the Bossfam. Together we're building the Boss Vlogging Army. Woo! Yeah, you guys, Boss Milkshake, you guys check out this episode. Let's go. I'm not just a dreamer, I'm a streamer. And in my dream, you guys, I saw something. I saw myself behind the counter of a store with hundreds of cameras behind me. The world of cameras behind me. And young people were coming into my store asking me for help. Asking me what kind of piece of equipment do they need to tell their story. And guess what, Boss Vloggers? I found that equipment. And we gave it to them in my dream. Because in my dream we can give youth cameras. We can give youth access to the equipment, to the technology that they need to tell their story. So let's have a listen to my story. Let's go. So here's the gig. In 2011, I took a photograph that my friend actually, he encouraged me. My friend was like, yo man, you gotta come to this house, man. It's got a killer view, the sun's setting, bring your camera. I come over, I take the image, I process the images, I take a look at them. They're not my favorite, I put them away. A year later, 2012, another friend of mine takes a look at one of my folders, opens up the image, and bang, he's like, dude, you gotta share this picture. Bang, I share the image, 24 hours later, everyone's sharing it. Everyone. Actually, you know what? The mayor of my city, Don Iveson, even took the image and uses it on his social media. Bang! Check it out. Twitter. That's right. It's incredible. Moving forward, I thought, you know, how am I going to capitalize this? I'm a photographer. I want to make money, right? I want to do all those content creator type things. So, Boss Vlogs. Okay, growing up in Edmonton, Alberta, I used to hang out a lot in this little alley right here. This little alley right here is so crazy. This is where I spent many evenings learning to be a youth and hanging out. This is the youth co-op right here, the youth society that I grew up coming to visit. It meant a lot to me growing up and coming into this place, and it has this crazy little alley. I met a lot of people here in Edmonton through this co-op. And it was always good. It was good. When I was 16 years old, when I came back and I wanted to mentor and work with the youth here, this place was filled with kids who were living in that river valley right here. This is Saskatchewan Drive in Edmonton. It is a really cool spot in the city because Saskatchewan Drive runs along this road. I took the photograph that went viral in a building just up the road. And I want to show you guys because this is Edmonton. This is the view of the city that, you know, I grew up looking at and grew up loving right here. This is Edmonton. And this is our river valley. All this here is the river valley. And in those trees and in those areas, over here, over there, along the valley here, is where all the homeless kids live. So young people run away from home all the time, and they find home and shelter here. They run away from reserves, they run away from abusive parents, they run away just to find a different life, and they often find groups of people living in the river valley who bring them in, and they become a family. It's kind of a weird situation. But the reason I went back to the co-op is because I wanted the young kids to take photos of this. Because if they live in the river valley, they can see the sunrise over the city and the sunset. And that's really when you can pick the best pictures. So just because they were in a bad situation, I thought, hey, let's give them the skill set to use their knowledge to do something different and to grow. And that's what this was about for me. That's what Kids for Cameras was all about for me. I thought there needs to be a change here. We need to figure out a better way to communicate to them and offer them more space to actually succeed. So this was right here, the old Strathcona Youth Society. I grew up going there, getting all sorts of mentorships, all kinds of awesome things, but I never did get a cool photo program. So I began offering youth who visited this place space to succeed. I also was the one who shot this. It's a 360-degree Google Maps, because I was a Google photographer at the time when I first started actually volunteering here. And this is Strathcona. This whole area is some of the oldest area in Edmonton. There's a gazebo park right there. The gazebo park is where you'll find a lot of trouble if you're looking for trouble in Edmonton. And so the kids that come here come to get in trouble most of the time now, to get away from the river valley. You know, they meet people in the river valley that they end up having babies with. It's kind of a weird world. And so I want to open up a space and give young people who come to places like this more opportunity by offering them technology. If you guys, I didn't mention this before, but one thing I want to mention is a part of Kids for Cameras is also, because of the relationship that we've created with the youth. If they live in Alberta, we also ask them if they need identification. So homeless youth often don't have identification, and since we're offering them technology and they open up to us, they also are willing to share information like, yeah, we need an ID. So what the volunteers at Kids for Cameras have been doing is running a program called Fast Track Out, where we take them to the registries and literally get them ID. We help them fill out the forms and do it all. And it's because they don't do that, and there's other programs that offer the same service, but you can't get the youth to actually commit to filling out the forms unless someone goes with them. A lot of times, all they need is someone to guide them and to reassure them that what they're doing is right. So my dream as a content creator is to offer a space for youth to come and learn about how to tell their stories. And it's not about equipment, but I also want to have the technology to offer young people access to a world where they can tell their stories in a way that people will resonate with them. And it's not about the cameras, you guys. It's about the kids. Kids come first. Technology is going to be where youth find themselves. Youth know how to use technology much more appropriately than adults. But there needs to be an adult involved so that there's a safe space. The Boss Vlogs wants to promote Kids for Cameras because kids do come first. And you'll find that if we create a space for them and we offer them the technology we need, they will want to develop relationships with the older school mentality, with the morality and the awesomeness that is the history of humanity, if that makes any sense. I just want to fast forward across many different platforms and let you guys know that I'm a dreamer. And I can see a space where we can give young people cameras and we can give young people access to technology. So I'm not just a dreamer, I'm a streamer. So yo, I'm the Boss Vlogs, you're the Boss Fam. Together we're building the Boss Vlogging army. Yo, just remember to subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to the Twitter, subscribe to the Instagram, and remember to spam the fam, because it's not spamming when you're boss famming, kids. So thank you very much for joining me. I'm the Boss Vlogger, and you're the Boss Fam. Let's go take over the world. Peace!